Hello, my wonderful subs. I hope you've had a good summer. I found the summer challenging and I'm really, really looking forward to autumn. I'm an autumn girl. I love it when the leaves change. I love it when the time comes that I can eat more soups and stews and heartier meals and apple-based desserts like apple pie or apple pastry, uh, apple danishes and stuff like that. So I'm very much looking forward to autumn. When I started my channel in the earlier days and I used to see AD, I would make videos of AD from a moral standpoint. And I was never a truth channel. However, I had a lot of issues with AD's content on the What's case. But eventually there came a time when I realized that I was wasting my energy and time on calling AD out for his perceived views or the opinions that he puts out there, which I don't necessarily think he believes all of what he says. I think he knows what is popular and what is going to get views. On average, later Dave came onto the scene and I started doing videos on him. And I've done videos on various creators. I've done videos on Natasha Cooper, Justin, AD, Dave, Mummy Ramblings. I've done a substantial amount of my content is about other creators. And like I said, I used to come at AD from a moral standpoint of view. And I thought that the truth channels and Frankie's efforts would be able to get AD taken down. And as time went on, I realized that wasn't going to happen. And so I stopped doing those types of videos on AD. And I will do video on AD every now and then, but it's not from a moral point of view. And with Dave, I generally get higher views when I do videos of Dave, even though Dave has a lot less subscribers and has not been on the scene as long as AD. Because I do think Dave is more extreme and people have a more they have a more of an emotional reaction to Dave than they do to AD. I find anyway, the people that come to my channel. So that's a preempt to what I'm going to be discussing. And the question is, for me personally, there can't be one standard for AD and another standard for everybody else. Why is there a pursuit of AD but not Dave, who has the same theories and puts them together in a more extreme manner? So that's basically what I want to talk about in this podcast. AD and Dave. What's the difference between them? Their theories are basically exactly the same. Their perceived opinions, and I say perceived opinions because I don't know if this is their authentic opinions or they use those types of opinions because they know those opinions are popular. I myself, and I've said this before, I'm not interested in popularity, pats on the back. My channel is about my opinions and sharing things with you that I have interest to discuss, not trying to fit into any group. I'm not like Cartoon Lady. I'm not looking for popularity and praise or anything like that. I'm just me, simple girl with my own opinions. And I very much am aware that my opinions are unpopular. But I like to say, I set myself apart by saying I tell the truth. A lot of creators will tell you what you want to hear. I tell you the truth. So, when it comes to Frankie's so-called case, and I've told you quite a few times that I don't believe in Frankie's case. I don't believe it's going to get anywhere. Even if I was wrong about a court case, even if a court case were to take place, I don't think it will deter anyone from having opinions and sharing those opinions. I don't think it will deter anyone from starting a watch channel and giving their own opinions. I don't think it will deter anybody. I don't think there's anything to gain financially. And I don't think there is an example to set, because there will always be somebody who sees an opportunity and will grab it by both hands. Dave is an opportunist. I personally believe that, I don't know if he studied AD, but I think he used AD as a template. I think he saw that AD's views or perceived views, the opinions that he put out there, the opinions that AD put out there, I think Dave saw that they were popular And I think Dave realized if he put the same opinions or similar opinions out there, that he might be able to get to be as popular as AD. I was just looking over the case for Frankie in terms of his crowd justice. And he claims that AD has stated that there was an accomplice. I mean, so has Dave stated that there was an accomplice. And a lot of people believe that. I personally don't, but a lot of people believe that. That's not an issue as far as I'm concerned. That can't be described as an issue. It also states that, like I said, Dave has that same theory, but why is Dave ignored by the RZUCEK family, basically? Why are they not pursuing Dave? That's what I don't understand. Dave has said that Sandra was involved. I know this for a fact because the lady at What's the Obsession told me, and she even made a video about it. But they ignore Dave and go after AD. AD has said that, or at least Frankie has claimed that AD has said that Frankie has a record. Well, Frankie does have a record, and I've got proof of it. So that can't be an issue either against AD. Another thing that Frankie has stated, another point, another issue raised that he's taking AD up for, is that AD has claimed that the RZUCEK'S have made money and profited. Well, some people, or maybe even a lot of people, believe that. I know myself, I know of 3 people that have given Frankie money independently. Kelly the Advocate, I think Molly Golightly is another person, and my mate Wiccan, formerly known as Byron. They've given him money. Some people would say that the RZUCEK'S got insurance money, that they profited from the Netflix documentary, that they profited from sales of houses. Now, I don't know exactly the figures, and I don't know exactly what is what. I've not seen any bank statements or anything like that. And quite frankly, I'm not going to probe into that too much. However, it would appear to some, or to many people even, that the RZUCEK'S have profited quite handsomely. And also there is the crowd justice that's still running, and the crowd justice stands at 56,000 now. In this kind of economy, that's a pretty penny for a lot of people. So I don't think that could be raised as an issue in any kind of case either. So, none of Frankie's points that he has written in his crowd fund case is necessarily something that I would say is like some kind of major issue, because there's a lot of people that think that NK and others were involved. There's a lot of people who think the RZUCEK'S have profited. And there's a lot of people who know about Frankie's past. And I'm not saying it's extensive, but I'm saying there is a past there. So I don't see how any of these issues are an issue. I don't consider any of the points that Frankie has raised in this crowdfund as any kind of issue to bring, because we can't have one standard for AD and another standard for everybody else. The fact of the matter is, Dave has said the same things as AD and even more. There are other channels. Miss Mensa has said that Shanann did it. And I've been made aware that True Tam has said other things of a similar variety, not against Shanann. I've never heard True Tam say anything about Shanann, but she said things about the RZUCEK family and their involvement. So why are they only pursuing AD? And I can only come to one conclusion. If Frankie's case is a moral crusade, why is he selective about who's moral with regard to his case, the Watts case, and towards him? Why is one standard set for one person and not another? Why is that? And I know people have said, well, he can't go after everybody at the same time, and AD came before Dave. I'm well aware that AD came before Dave, but I don't think that can be used as an excuse anymore, considering the fact that Dave has said the same things as AD, had even more extreme views, has exactly the same theories in terms of the foundational theories, that there were others involved and lots of other people were involved. I think Dave has been more extreme towards the RZUCEK'S, but you're going to ignore him and go after AD, and you're selective about which person's morals you question or you pursue or act upon. I don't get that. So, like I said, is this really a moral crusade, or is it just about let's go after the person that has more subscribers, more views, that we can perhaps get more, who's profited the most, that we can get the most money from? Because that's what it seems to me.